And you're back with George Talks. I'm George. Yeah. Haha, jokes. So today we're gonna talk about, the infamous. Well, not so infamous. This is kind of, the turn up. And, I'm gonna start with a little piece about the turn up that I wrote back in the day, because I feel like it, adequately sums up what it really means to be in a turn up. I had it messed up when I thought elevating the conversation by lowering our inhibitions was the right way to handle any dynamic. The most important part of any dynamic you have with a partner is the natural flow of emotion and energy that flows between you and your partner. If your partner makes you feel safe, then these things are easier, but the turn up is not conducive to the progression of a dynamic. Artificially releasing someone's inhibitions can be detrimental to a dynamic, and you may find out private information or move sexually through something you and your partner were not ready for. No two relationships are the same, and setting a timeline or goal for a turn up is not realistic. If your turn up is with a partner, set rules and guidelines as to what is okay and not okay at a function. Because when you set goals ahead of time and rules ahead of time, you run into less situations, amidst your lowered inhibitions. Just think about the natural flow of a relationship. Y'all kicking it, okay. Things are going well. Then you like, oh, let's turn up. Let's make something happen, baby girl. Or, baby boy. Let's do a little something. And y'all end up kicking it. And y'all do y'all same, let's talk about life and love and relationships. And in the midst of the turn up, you find out that your partner is a serial cheater. Or you find out that your partner just dealt with a major death in the family and they've been self-medicating by not going to class and getting turned every day by themselves. Sometimes the turn up can be an impediment and a blockage in the way of our natural love life. And not to say that we shouldn't turn up because we're young. That's what a lot of, the college time and a lot of hanging out and kicking it is about. Come through a match, well, let's bottles. But when it comes to your base situation, that can also be a detriment to the progression of what you got going if you find out too much, are shown too much, or if it's in the wrong context. I know some people, a couple of drinks in them, and they become Mr. Extra Friendly. And they end up hooking up with somebody when they bae is in the room, or their boyfriend or their girlfriend, and now they screwed. They end up hooking up with somebody because that's what happens when they lose control and release their inhibitions, and that somebody gave them an STD. Oops. But that's part of the turn up as well. It's like, as a society, as a young society, we glorify recklessness. We glorify losing control because we have this secret desire to just be free from responsibilities and all of the different, restrictions the world forces on us. Release my mind, love me, like there's no tomorrow. But there is a tomorrow. And if you were too turned to get to tomorrow, or you were too turned and messed up your tomorrow by acquiring an STD because you hooked up with the wrong person who don't take baths or showers, it's a problem. So, in the turn up, you know what I'm saying? In the single turn up, try to be cognizant of the different aspects that come into it. Because sometimes those lowered inhibitions can bring out, some of the worst in people. And we'll have another discussion about the turn up in relationships and the turn ups as it relates to sexuality. because there are some very important links to the turn up and sexuality, and furthermore love, as you begin to, further grow, and as we all grow, in our love and in our relationships. George Talks.